Welcome to this breakout session for the SAS Global Forum 2020 virtual event entitled Hybrid Marketing, Campaign Management, and Analytics Last Mile using SAS Customer Intelligence 360. My name is Sunil Grover, and I hope you enjoy this presentation and demo. So let's begin. The marketing industry has never had greater access to data than it does today. The more we know the customer, the more we understand the essence of customer experience. The more we understand customer experience, the more we can shape it, develop it, and better serve the customer. However, data alone does not drive your marketing organization. Decisions do. And with all the recent hype regarding the potential of AI, a successful cross-channel campaign is propelled by a personalized, data-driven approach that is injected with machine learning. According to insights from the Futurum Research and SAS Institute's global research study entitled Experience 2030, The Future of Customer Experience, which involved more than 4,000 consumers, executives, marketers, and technology professionals to understand what defines customer experience today and how it's evolving through the year 2030, a key topic surfaced: digital trust. To summarize, many of the products and services consumers use on a regular basis have a strong digital footprint that provides brands with a wealth of user data. And while brands are looking to leverage data and technology to improve their understanding of consumers, increase efficiencies in operations, and drive more consistent and relevant consumer engagements, consumers have concerns, particularly regarding data and the ability of brands to not infringe on personal privacy. The report specifically states, trust is a key element in the overall customer experience, and brands that cannot provide a high level of trust cannot provide a high level of customer experience. This is a challenge for brands as they work to balance the richness of the customer experience that they can offer as a result of the user data they collect with the ever-present risk of a data breach and the risk they know they face if their source of data is turned off. The question that immediately surfaces is, what can brands do to build trust while staying data-driven? How brands handle and protect consumer data privacy is more than a compliance issue. It's a competitive differentiator. There is a fine balance to strike between the desire for privacy and the desire for personalization. How do we make customers feel known and welcomed while also preserving their privacy? Wait for it, because here it comes. The recommendation for every brand in 2020 to pursue: the bolstering of their customer experience with AI. Problem solved, right? However, the question I'd like to ask is all AI built the same? And the answer to that is no. A better question to address is, what do we actually want AI to achieve, and how does that intersect with the customer experiences we want to deliver? Inherently, it will vary from brand to brand. Ultimately, brands are trying to get customers to an end state or conversion event, like a product purchase or signing up for a contract. Here are a few items to consider. There is streaming data available about your customers and prospects every day, hour, minute, and second. In addition, customers who trust your brand expect at every interaction that you know what has happened in the past. So we can use that, along with our potential targeting actions and anticipated financial impact, to make the right decision. That's easy, right? The hype behind AI is primarily focused on augmenting decisions, process, natural language processing, and computer vision. The result is a set of trends made up of the following features. 1. Algorithms producing better analytics and accuracy. 2. Automation and machine learning align with greater productivity. 3. Embedded analytics making AI more impactful and consumable. And 4. Human-like interfaces creating approachability. What happens when AI becomes useful for your brand? It can effectively be renamed from artificial intelligence to analytical integration into any internal process or external customer experience that your organization facilitates. But there are barriers to AI adoption, such as available talent, stakeholder buy-in, end-to-end solutions, and data strategy. Transforming hype into reality for AI must focus on data, discovery, and deployment. Taking action enabled by AI-enhanced decisions completes the enviable last mile of embedding analytics into personalization strategies using experimentation and testing, recommendation systems, next best actions, attribution, segmentation, and journey optimization. One of the biggest challenges that is happening right now in the marketing industry is the clashing of two worlds: the traditions of database marketing intersecting with modern digital marketing. Many organizations have, understandably, pushed their digital strategies separately in a silo from their traditional database marketing. That strategy worked for a long while, especially whilst digital marketing was less prevalent. However, there's mounting evidence to suggest that customers respond better when their journey is managed cohesively. The opportunity lies in successfully tying experiences seamlessly together to drive multi-channel, personalized marketing. The concept of hybrid marketing evolved when digital marketing matured and brands recognized these two disciplines could no longer operate in silos. However, customers really don't care how complicated and convoluted the marketing technology ecosystem is. The frustration with the industry overall has led to personal privacy legislation, such as GDPR and CCPA, which places more responsibility on brands to protect their customers' data. So, how can marketers interact with their customers and prospects in a respectful yet personal manner? Hybrid marketing combines the capabilities of direct and digital marketing in a single platform. Organizational silos break down, enabling analysts and channel managers to leverage online and offline data to improve both customer journeys and the efficacy of their efforts. So, how does hybrid marketing work? There are two important considerations when a technology vendor requires a brand to onboard their managed customer data and intellectual property into a cloud solution. One, data duplication, and two, synchronization. Unless your brand is moving all of their operational and marketing systems to a single location, this will always be a challenge. A hybrid marketing platform approach can provide a secure WebSocket-based connection between your chosen data management environment and a software as a service marketing cloud. An API gateway of agents can provide a framework that allows integration with any external system. Thus, rather than requiring the movement and duplication of any of your brand's managed customer data to a marketing cloud, the hybrid marketing design allows you to map a customer identity from your data repository to an anonymous hashed identity in a marketing cloud. For clarity, your managed environment can be on-premises, hosted by another company, or stored in a cloud system. It's your choice and you control your data. Let's transition now into SAS Customer Intelligence 360 and review a segmentation example for multi-touchpoint targeting. A brand has a large volume of customers in their on-premises database, including customers Sunil and Jerry. They are active customers who have opted into email communications and have interacted with the brand within the last 30 days. Lastly, they've been scored by a machine learning model with respect to unsupervised segmentation. As with most customer relationship management databases, or CRM databases, countless attributes are available ranging from demographics, psychographics, householding, transactions, analytical scores, third-party data appends, and so on. Historically, what's missing in these environments is the available of structured online user behavior, which has typically been in a silo within an external cloud platform. Not anymore. SAS Customer Intelligence 360 offers a comprehensive data model capturing and contextualizing customer behavior on websites, mobile apps, and other brand-owned properties, as well as customer interactions across A/B tests, remarketing, personalization, and other targeted efforts measured by impressions and conversions. The Unified Data Model, or UDM, is a complete set of structured tables that are being made available via Stream or API for analytics, online-offline data integration, campaign management, and other use cases. Returning back to SAS Customer Intelligence 360 and our segmentation example, a key value proposition that I want to call out is that there are no personal identifiers for either Sunil or Jerry. Instead, they are mapped by anonymous IDs, ABC123 for Sunil and XYZ789 for Jerry. Let's take a step back and review how I started the design of this segmentation example. If a marketer wants to target a segment, the platform can query information residing in a brand's CRM database and leverage cloud-stored data captured from owned digital properties, such as your website or mobile app. This process is similar to traditional campaign management or marketing automation processes. The difference is that instead of requiring your organization to duplicate all your first-party offline data in the vendor's cloud solution, the individuals who meet your use case's targeting criteria are simply mapped to a segment in SAS Customer Intelligence 360. No Sunil, no Jerry, no other personal information about them, just ABC123 and XYZ789, along with other customer-linked anonymous identities that are now associated with your defined segment. Let's take a closer look at the influence of machine learning in the campaign management process. The last step of the segment mapping is applying algorithmic clustering for unsupervised segmentation. But how were these clusters created? Within SAS, analysts can perform artisanal modeling using no-code, low-code, and high-code user interfaces. Given that customer behavior varies over time, there isn't one algorithm that rules them all. You can choose from a variety of techniques for both supervised and unsupervised approaches. Let's walk through an example of visual k-means clustering that transparently showcases how the results are derived and made available for use by SAS Customer Intelligence 360. The first step is to select an analysis object, which is available over here on the Objects menu. As I scroll down, you will see where I selected the clustering analysis object. From there, we need to assign roles or attributes to those roles, customize model properties if desired, and execute the model in order to provide results. In this example, the following attributes were fed into the analysis: age, tenure in years, and number of interactions across mobile app, website, and email within the last 30 days. We want to identify supervised synergies that help explain segment behavior across these online and offline signals. The results include two interactive visualizations that are worth highlighting. Displayed presently, the cluster diagram, or sometimes referred to as the matrix, displays a two-dimensional visualization of each cluster onto a specified number of effect pairs. These projections are useful for spotting cluster similarities and differences within the plots. Each cluster is assigned a unique color. Although each cluster is unique in n space, the two-dimensional projections overlap. It is important to note that each observation or customer belongs to only one cluster. Interacting with the diagram allows us to improve our understanding of any plotted effect pair. For example, the interpretation of the relationship between customer age and the number of website interactions highlights the fact that 4 unique segments exist and that 2 clusters representing 2 different age groups display moderate to lower levels of web engagement. We can place our pointer over any centroid and obtain displays of each cluster's mean values for that specific effect pair. But what about the data story of each cluster? Let's switch to the parallel coordinates plot that enables us to accelerate the understanding of each cluster's trends. The plot displays data as lines that are moving through categories and bin measures. The thickness of a line indicates the relative number of observations within that bin. But wait a minute, doesn't this kind of look like spaghetti? How is this even helpful? We can interactively restrict the active lines to one or more bins in order to focus on only the data that interests us. In addition, we can adjust the plot to explore the data based on cluster membership, a specified range for one or more variables, or both. For example, a single click with the visual plot allows us to focus on a specific cluster. The interpretation, or story, is that this group skews to a younger age, moderate tenure, and low to medium engagement levels across web, mobile, and email touchpoints. Another click allows us to focus on cluster 3. The interpretation here is a group that is aged 35 to 55 years with high values of tenure and digital touchpoint engagement. The interactivity doesn't have to end there. We can select the vertical bar that represents the age distribution and further filter on customers 40 years of age or greater. Let's pivot and assume we're feeling confident about the results of our clustering analysis. Before transitioning to sharing the results with marketing teams who manage and deliver campaigns across touchpoints, let's walk through a supervised segmentation use case that combines automated machine learning and natural language explanations of the segmentation results. The objective is to derive actionable audiences who have higher propensities to meet our brand's conversion goal, which is a revenue-driving event. The first step is to right-click the attribute in our data that represents the conversion event of interest and select Explain. This feature within SAS is called Automated Explanation, and it quickly determines the most important underlying factors, or predictors, for the conversion outcome by analyzing all the rows and columns of the input data. At the top of the page, a natural language generated overview of goal site conversion in is displayed, including both the percentage of observations that converted and comparative details to other values represented within this attribute's distribution. Below the overview text section, color-coded factors are displayed on a horizontal bar chart, visualizing the relative importance of each attribute's influence of goal site conversion in. The most important predictors appear on the top, and the predictors are displayed in descending order by weight. The weights are determined by one-level algorithmic decision trees. Placing our pointer over each bar interactively generates a pop-up display of the relative importance score, Standardize between 1 and 0 to simplify interpretation, higher values equating to more influence. Now that we know which factors influence goal site conversion in, how can we determine which data values of these important factors lead to higher or lower conversion propensities? When we select a data item like goal site conversion in to be analyzed, the automated analysis results display a list of attractive segments. These homogeneous groups receive natural language descriptions that are based on recipes of influential factors that contain specific values. In this example, multi-level as opposed to single-level C4.5 decision trees are executed to identify each of the segments that are performing at high conversion rates, and we can review the explanations to assess the audience profiles. Because we selected the factor traffic source origination, all influential values related to this attribute are contextually highlighted. Not only can we see the impact of the selected factor, but we also can see how other factors interact with it to identify high-value segments. Moving on, we want to explore the bivariate relationships of factors with goal site conversion in more detail to assist in both interpretation and presentation storytelling. The last visualization appears on the right side of the report and highlights the interaction effect of a selected factor with goal site conversion in. We can review the natural language explanations of the visualization and interactively select other influential factors. After selecting the factor Customer Intelligence Interest Indicator, other visualizations appear to help us improve our understanding of the influence it has on goal site conversion in and the impact on identifying attractive segments. A powerful feature in SAS is the ability to increase analysis sophistication. There are two additional examples we highlight in detail within the supporting white paper, but regretfully did not have time to cover in this video presentation. The first, switching the underlying algorithm of the segmentation analysis based on numerous options. And then the second, leveraging model auto-tuning or hyperparameterization. I do genuinely hope you'll check those examples out. So how can we turn our insights into actions? Without a clear path, there is no finish line to deriving business value. To conclude this process, let's focus on the results of the clustering analysis from earlier. Specifically, let's cover targeting attractive segments within SAS Customer Intelligence 360, as well as providing transparency for how campaign management processes can easily absorb algorithmic defined segments and take action. Now is the time to share the prescription with marketing teams who manage content delivery across consumer touchpoints. The audience segments from the analysis could be used for direct, email, web, mobile, or other interaction types. To begin the transition, we simply need to score customer records with cluster segment tags. Rest assured, there are different approaches other than using a table to making analytically scored data available within and outside of SAS. What options do analysts have to help their marketing teams? 1, the ability to target segments in batch or real time, and 2, access to the segmentation scoring engine via SAS, Python, or REST for APIs available through SAS Analytics Services. With the segmentation analysis tags now available for the marketer, let's revisit the segment map leveraging the clustering scores that we looked at earlier. To create the final step of this segmentation map, a split note allows us to leverage the analytical prescription. For the marketer, it's just as easy to leverage analytical scoring as it is any other piece of data available in the system. After the segments are defined, we can schedule segments to run once or on a recurring basis. If your brand is using a third party, such as a mailhouse, print shop, or email services provider for execution and delivery, we can choose the proper export template, and send the output files with names, addresses, and other personalized information directly from the SAS environment. None of your brand's managed data ever enters a SAS Customer Intelligence 360 cloud. Likewise, contacts and responses can be captured and collected without requiring a pass-through in the cloud. To absorb the clustering enhanced segmentation into the export process, we simply need to add the segments to the targeting criteria. Alternatively, SAS Customer Intelligence 360 doesn't rely on third-party email service providers, sometimes known as ESPs, and it can actually support email touchpoint delivery itself. The benefit is that contact and response tracking is immediately updated in the platform as opposed to a 24 or 48-hour batch feed that your third-party partner sends back. And downstream personalization can benefit when customers interact with your brand across other touchpoints, such as web, mobile, call center, and so on. When SAS Customer Intelligence 360 is used to deliver email, a file is uploaded to the cloud that contains addresses along with any personalization parameters, such as customer name, required by the email template. Once the email is sent, the file is automatically deleted so that no personal data persists. From a targeting perspective, it's important to recognize that a defined segment is available across any supported touchpoint or task within Customer Intelligence 360. As in the direct marketing task example discussed previously, the cluster segments are available for the email task in just a few clicks. Let's discuss this value proposition in the context of customer journeys. This example depicts a coordinated series of web, mobile, and email tasks that are designed to meet the goals of a marketing campaign. Within Customer Intelligence 360, customer journeys are referred to as activity maps, which use tasks and events. It charts the customer journeys between tasks, such as sending a message through a channel, and the conditions, such as the primary goal and evaluation periods. For example, you might use a web task to present an offer on your website. After allocating the creatives for the interaction, the hybrid marketing value proposition surfaces again under targeting. This information is available at the user's fingertips. Demographics from your managed data environment outside of SAS Customer Intelligence 360's cloud, as well as analytical segmentation scores, web dimensions, and behavior stored inside the SAS Customer Intelligence 360 cloud. Coming back to the customer journey, we can use a mobile or email task to communicate a message to all users who received an impression of the web task offer within the last week but didn't meet the macro conversion goal, as an example. Allow me to close with a peek into the design principles of SAS Customer Intelligence 360. There are two distinct themes. One is associated with analytical, logical, and fact-oriented thinking, while the other is associated with creative, intuitive, and visual thinking. This translates to the following factors. The first theme links tightly with the authoring and deploying of predictive and machine learning models. The second facilitates the orchestration layer of marketing activity across planning, creative, and operational functions. Together, the intent is to better understand and manage customer activity, regardless of channel, in alignment with the brand's goals and objectives. At the end of the day, both the analytically minded and the creative minded need to be in lockstep with one another. This is how SAS Customer Intelligence 360 works. Within this viewpoint, AI has the power to transform the world around us, and analytics is at the heart of delivering on this promise. SAS embeds advanced AI capabilities into the platform to support initiatives from start to finish. Against a backdrop of accelerating media and technology complexity, evolving privacy regulations, and increasing consumer expectations, hybrid marketing provides a simple but powerful approach to address today's MarTech ecosystem. You can turn insights into action by embedding AI within your marketing process to complete analytics last mile and transform hype into reality. And with that, thank you, get in touch, and I genuinely hope you enjoy the other breakout sessions for the users program of the SAS Global Forum 2020 experience.